So first of all, bonjour everybody. Welcome to San Francisco and the sunny city for once. And so innovation in the optical is changing gear. And we have seen that since probably 2 years now with the hyperscalers that are driving the demand for those data center to data center connection, high-speed connections within and outside of the data centers. So we are seeing a different type of innovation coming almost not even every year, every 6 months. So we have seen in the past few years 400 gig becoming the kind of norm, but already this year people are talking about 1.6 terabit. 800 gig is there already less than a year after 400 gig. So it's quite amazing to see the pace that we are seeing the technology evolving. And I believe that is very good for the industry, because what the hyperscalers are pushing is in fact volumes that are allowing then the industry in the optical space to benefit from those volumes, to be able more affordable for tier 1 service providers and tier 2 service providers that at the end are still also required to make this industry evolving, because the hyperscalers will not have their networks to connect continent to continent or east coast to west coast. They will need to use those telcos or ISPs, service providers and diverse networks to be able to connect their data centers for a long distance. So we should expect to see on the metro as well a clear acceleration about the speed. Again, 800 gig should become the norm. First of all, 400 gig should become the norm in the metro, even on the OTN very soon. 800 gig will be around the corner. 800 gig will probably evolve, and that was talked, and even early demonstration of 1.6 terabit. People are showing roadmap with 3.2 terabit already. So, in fact, it's hard even to understand how people will make money with a so rapid pace of innovation, because people that are the same people are doing 400 gig ZR or 400 gig platforms for the OTN, but they're also working on the 800 gig. They need to work on 1.6 terabit. And so we need to make sure at the end that we are not going ahead of ourselves as an industry. But from an AMD perspective, this year at OFC, we are presenting and focusing on the OTN, so on the core networks, and not on the edge or not on the pluggables, even if we had discussion around pluggables related to some other aspect of the transport networks. But we are focusing on the 400 gig OTN. And so we are demonstrating that the technology that we have, plus the blocks and reference design that we can provide to customers, are really helping the customer to keep the pace with this innovation and the speed of the networks which are continuing to evolve. We are in the Ethernet Alliance demonstrating 800 gig as well. So we are at the same pace evolution. And so we are, you will see that we'll continue to evolve and probably even try to be ahead of the curve as an AMD. Now that, again, as an AMD, we have end-to-end solution from GPU to AI PCs, and so we need to have the connectivity associated to make sure that we are covering from very high-end to edge and far-edge networks.